Yo, we are here. We are here with RKTRealestate.com. Killing Rashidi in the building. What's going on?
What's going on, fellas? Peace.
What up, man?
Peace. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we talking about how to create events to enhance your business, and you guys, I know you guys are expert at this because you have events like every day. You know. So what's the well, go through like all the things, man. Like tell people, how do you do this? You know, what's the benefits of it and all that other good stuff. Like how does that go down?
Got you. So first things first, right? Always remember, you can never, not never, but it's very rare that you're going to put on an event on your own. So you need people to help you put on this event with you. You know, whether it's your family, whether it's your business partners, you need people to help you with this event. That's number one. Number two, you need a budget. The first thing we do is we create a budget for ourselves. Is how much are we willing to spend on this event?
Right.
And it's usually a range. It's never a direct number, but it's usually a range. So, you know, that's based off of location. It's also based off of the amount of people that we're expecting. You know, so anywhere it can range from $1,000 to $2,500. It just, like I said, just depends. You know, even more than that, depending on the expectancy. How much people are we expecting? You know, then we got to create a flyer. You know, once we create a flyer with the date, the time, the dress code, whether it's admission, whether it's going to be a free event or not, that's the next thing that we do. Once we get that going, and then it's promotion. We have to promote, you know, heavy, and then so the promotion time usually takes anywhere, ideally, at minimum 3 months, depending on how big the event is going to be. It can go even longer than that. Some events you might have to plan 6 months to a year in advance, depending on how big it is.
That's rule of thumb. 3 months to promote anything. You need 3 months. That's 100%. Rule of thumb for the minimum. That's minimum. Anything you're doing, you need 3 months to promote.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So if you're trying to do something for a Valentine's Day sale, you got to start in December. November.
Exactly.
If you're trying to promote something for somebody's birthday in July, you got to start anything it is 3 months before. 3 months before, and then you know if it's and you also got to know your audience too. You know, like you got to promote shit. Sometimes you got to promote shit for the entire year. 5 months, 6 months, because you know niggas move slow. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is, especially when you promoting shit to men. Because niggas don't want to spend their fucking money. Niggas love spending money on bitches, but they don't want to. Like, yo, get your tickets for the joint, blah, blah, blah. You know, then niggas wait till the day before and it's sold out. Yo, y'all got any more tickets? You know what I'm saying? You know. But how do I know? I don't know. You know, I don't know.
And then there's also different roles in the event. So then for us specifically, right, we have our keynote speakers, right? And then with the keynote speakers, we also have to go over the information that we're going to give to the audience. And usually it's uniformed, but we like to stay creative. We like to, you know, always reinvent ourselves. So there's times where we might add something in or take something out at a different location, you know, depending on the market and the crowd, like you just said, Miles. And then also we got to search for a performer, right?
Entertainment.
You know, entertainment, exactly. You know, that's another thing, the entertainment. And then also that also depends on the audience as well, because certain you know, depending on the audience, that entertainer, that musician may be a good fit or may not be, depending on their music. So we have to actually go and listen to their music to see if it actually is fitting for that event. Also, when it comes to food, right? Sometimes we cook, and sometimes we order out. We'll cater. Exactly. You know, so it just depends on the timing and you know, the you know, how many people we're expecting. And then also now we have to get a bartender as well, because we're going to be serving drinks. Most places we have events, most venues, we try to get it to where we can actually, you know, serve drinks. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. So then we'll get a bartender, and then we'll also have a greeter/signer. This person is making sure that everyone registers when they first come in. It's like a little short survey just to say that they actually, they're actually physically there. So they just basically registered for the event. And the greeters just welcoming in the person that, the guests that come in. That's just a core of it. There's more to it, but that's just a general idea of. And Rashid, you can add chime in if there's anything that I'm missing too. But that's just a core of some of the things that we have to go through when planning an event.
Yeah. To Kenny's point, one, the budget is massive. Knowing your budget, a lot of people go into stuff and don't know their budget. Also, just researching what stuff is going to cost. Meaning that if you want a DJ, you got to call a bunch of DJs to see how much they're going to cost. If you want a performer, you want to see how much a performer is going to cost. And again, to Kenny's point, you gotta have people helping you out. You can't do it all by yourself. You know what I mean? The main thing is just being organized. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, who's going to speak first? What are you going to say? Have time limits, timers.
Right.
You know what I mean? That type of stuff. All that type of stuff is vital because, you want to be able to maximize the space, maximize your time, and perform at a high level. Even as simple as finding a host.
Yes.
Having a host is huge. Because at the end of the day, if you got a team and when you got to take away time to be a host, that takes away from what you're performing and what you're presenting.
Correct. And then on top of that, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then even the key thing is just promotion, man. Promotion. 2K20, we got to make a flyer. You got to make a flyer, but a flyer is not enough. You got to post on social media. You got to DM people. You got to call all family and friends. It's a numbers game when pushing events. Only 10% of people show up. That's the real numbers. That means if you invite 1,000 people, you're probably gonna get 100 people, more than likely 70 people. Because the other thing that goes behind it is the effort, standing out, meaning that people these days want to feel invited to events. So if you have an event and you post a flyer and post videos and this and that, they might not show up because they want a personal invite, should I say. So you gotta get back in the habit of personally inviting people, because just like anything, we pass by flyers all day, every day on social media. And it only catches the eye for a split second. So actually reach out to somebody, yo, come through, blah, blah. Will help out a lot. And having a budget for that too, for marketing on social media. There's ads and all that type of stuff you can advertise. But the main thing is just being organized and being realistic and promoting and like Miles said, just having the event 3 months in advance. Not saying you can't do it prior to 3 months, but you're gonna have to work triple hard as far as promoting. And then honestly just being out in the field, reaching out to people, talking to people. You gotta make it at your life when you're promoting events, man. When we promote our events, we doing it all day, every day. We walking in the supermarket, Walmart, anywhere. We talking to random people, sparking conversations.
Rashidi, where was we when we was in Florida? Where was we a couple of nights before? Where were we? Standing in front.
We was in front of Walmart.
In front of Walmart, handing out flyers, talking to people, getting them to come out to the event. Yeah.
That's crazy. It's funny because I see that y'all do a lot of events. I didn't know. So when's y'all next event?
August 24th.
August 24th. So when did y'all start to promote for that one? You see what I'm saying?
Great question. Go ahead, Ra.
Yeah, so that one in particular, we started a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So we're behind
but because we have a presence in CT,
right?
And that's not an excuse. But we had another venue, it didn't work out for another event. But this one we decided to come to CT. But because we have a following CT, we know it's we still going hard, triple hard cost. We still doing a lot, but we know people want to show up just because we got a presence in CT overall.
Correct.
So we had 2 months to promote this one.
Correct. So we're a little behind the curve as far as the 3 month rule on that one. I was going to say, though, even just to add to the numbers game, right? It's a system that we have, and I don't want people to get the wrong expectations of how much people are actually going to show up. So it's what we call a 10-3-1 rule. 10-3. So every 10 guests that we invite, 3 are they say they're going to show up, but 1 actually really does show up. Right? And with that, we can kind of gauge on how much people are actually really going to show up.
Right.
And so then I just don't want people to get the wrong, expectations, because if you only invited 10 people and then no one shows up, they mad. You get what I'm saying? So it's literally just a real numbers game.
Well,
that's 10 confirmations.
Y'all can use this nigga for marketing. Y'all can rent out space on his forehead.
Yo, you know.
Yo, this nigga.
Oh my God.
Yo, this nigga. Yo, you see this shit?
That's crazy.
Yo, this nigga. I would. Yo, he could rent out space on his forehead, bro. Like seriously. This nigga could. He could have a movie night on his fucking face, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, y'all's ridiculous.
Shout out to that nigga. Yo, y'all want to talk about marketing? Shit.
That's good. And just wanted to highlight, that's 10 confirmations. Not people that you invited and they didn't give you a yes. That's 10.
Right.
Yes, I'll be there.
I'll be there.
Right.
Oh, so the 10 are the 10 who said yes, they're gonna come. But you said like three
are. So 10 say that they're gonna come. Right. 3 are you gonna confirm because you're still coming through, right? 3 out of those 10 are gonna say yes.
Yes, right. Got
and then 1 is actually out of those 3 is actually gonna come.
Right, that makes sense. Right. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I love it because this is what this is such a good analogy. It's what we talk about the numbers game when we tell guys to deal with women. It's the same concept. It's like it's a numbers game. You have to and see when you know that system, you say, okay, well, if we have this amount of people who said they're gonna come, then this amount of people is most likely gonna confirm, and then this amount of people we're expecting. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. Absolutely.
That's fucking dope.
Remember, guys, if y'all want to call in and ask a money question, 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Go ahead and put Rashidi and Kaleem on the spot. You know what I'm saying? See if they really know all the shit they be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because you know niggas be scamming. You know what I'm saying? So call in 919. 919-647-9392. But yeah, man. Let's talk about. This is a question I had. What would you say? What's the main purpose of events? Like why put on events at all? Like what's the point?
Well, a few things. One, it's a good chance to get back into human interaction physically, right? Yeah. Most people, everything's done on social media. Nobody's really getting together anymore. That's number one. Number two, you want to get involved in your community more, and also 3, to build relationships because those relationships turns into business later on.
So that the physical interaction.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Cool. Hakeem says, for business events, in your opinion, is it better to serve finger food or an actual catered meals?
Good question. I think you just got to know the crowd. I think for starters, you might want to just start off with the finger foods. But for most of our events, we actually had actual real food. Reason being is because we know how the mind works. Most people, when you're at an event or when you're in a place, one of the things that you're always thinking about is food. A lot of people. So if we have that already, it lets the crowd stay longer because versus they just hear something and want to leave to go get something to eat.
Right.
Because the finger food is not really filling them. So if it's a real like business venture or a real business deal, the finger foods is not bad because everybody already has the idea of why they're coming. But if it's like more to where it's a more business mixed with fun, you gotta have some real food, man. And like I said, you gotta know your demographic too. Especially if you got some black people there, man. They want some food, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it like this too. And shout out to my lady, because she be helping us with events and stuff. And she put me on that if anything is longer than 4 hours, you need food.
There you go. Yep.
Anything longer than 4, if you gonna hold somebody in a spot for 4 hours, they need food. You understand? So think of it like a work day. You get an 8-hour work day. You work your first 4 hours. You get a half hour or an hour for lunch.
Exactly.
Right. So it's the same kind of thing where, you're going to hold somebody. You got presentations, you got entertainment, you got this, you got that. Niggas going to get hungry after 3-4 hours.
Absolutely.
Well, niggas and white folk, but no, I'm sorry. People in general are going to get hungry after 3 to 4 hours. Right. So you need food. Now, how you want to do it is up to you, whether you're going to do finger foods or you're going to do full-fledged food. Now, I think if it's going to be another 4 hours after you eat, I think you need real food. right? But if it's let's just say it's a 4-hour event with like an hour or two for mingling. Depending on how you set up the itinerary for the evening, then you could probably do, maybe 2 to 3 hours of presentation. And then on the 4th hour, you serve the finger food and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? And then, after that 4th, 5th hour, it's up to you whether you want to leave or not. Because you have some business events where it's only a 4 or 5 hour event. So if it's a 4 or 5, maybe 6 hour event, but that's it. You could do finger foods and drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So by the 4th or 5th hour, if you want to stay and mingle and network, that's up to you. If you want to leave and go get something to eat, that's also up to you. But I'm not here to feed you. You see what I'm saying? But if we're looking at an 8-hour day, like a 6 to 8 hour day, where it's like, we got presentations, we got this speaker, that speaker, we got something happening after we introduce food and all that shit, and we need you to stay to be a part of the festivities or whatever, then that's when you need more substantial food to keep people engaged. Because after 4 hours, niggas is hungry. So you want to give them something to eat so they can last for another 3-4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And you gotta set it up where there's also access to food just in case. Because sometimes during that lunch hour, that first half hour of the lunch hour, niggas is networking. They didn't even get a chance to think about food yet. So you need to have the food. So even after the main serving time, people still need to be able to go back to the food service area and get like a little buffet or a serving of a plate or some shit like that. Because a lot of people, as soon as the presentations are done and they can start mingling, a lot of people is on it. Like, yeah, networking, getting cards. What's up? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And then they don't even get a chance to get food like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about it. It's like you said, Kayleen, but it's also time is the big factor as well, because it's like you holding somebody somewhere because you don't want them to leave. Because sometimes soon the niggas say, all right, I'm gonna go to Chipotle real quick. Them niggas ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to hold somebody there, then you need substantial food, and after that you need access to decent food so niggas can stay. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I think because what we do also, we create how did a survey of how did we do.
Yeah,
right.
And that's also feedback. Feedback is important.
Feedback is super important because it measures where we need to improve. And a lot of people they'd say most of the same things. Great information. We had a great time, and the food was amazing.
Mm.
And so. Me knowing that, I know that's almost a must at our events. Now everybody doesn't have to take that same precaution, but I know that people want to get fed. They want to eat. Bottom line, and they'll have a great time, even if the information they don't care too much about. They're gonna the goal. One of the biggest goals for us is to make sure that they remember who we are, and a huge part of that is how they were treated. How was their experience at our event? And that's one of the goals and one of the biggest takeaways that I get from our events. So I just want to make sure that we uphold that, because the customer service starts from the events.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Because we truly don't know half the people that's there. So it's and to your point, as far as the mingling time, that first hour usually that's what it's for. It's to get to know some of the guests, a little bit about them, and we call it FORM. It's an acronym for getting to know their family, their occupation, what do they like to do for fun, and what's their goal, their mission.
So family, occupation,
recreation, and
mission. Nice. What's your form?
Yeah.
No, that's fire. It's fire. Form. Form. That's a good acronym. Form. And guys, that because a lot of y'all be like, I don't Macario Miles, I don't know what you're talking about. Family.
Mm-hmm.
What you said?
Occupation.
Mm-hmm.
Recreation.
What you like to do for fun, and
what's your mission or your goal?
What's your mission, bitch? What's going on?
all this
Because what happens now is that once us as the keynote speakers know that information from the guest, we now know how to kind of let our information relate to them personally.
Right.
You know, and that's the reason why we do it.
Real shit.
Here we go. I put it in the chat. Family, occupation, recreation, and mission.
Mm-hmm.
What's your form, bitch? What's going on? Tell me about your family. All right, cool. All right, what's your occupation? All right, cool. So what you like to do for fun? All right, cool. Now, so what's your mission in life, bitch? All right, cool. Now let's get back to my apartment, bitch. Let's go. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, boy.
No, but seriously, no. Family, occupation, recreation, mission. That's some good stuff. That's definitely some good stuff. You want to, because that's and that's what you talk about when you're networking. Mm-hmm. Right, because like for example, like me, I'll talk about, people ask me what I do. I'll say I'm a masculine identity coach, and then next thing you know, they start telling me about their son. Like, oh man, I wish my son could, have somebody like you, meet somebody like you. How could I get connected and blah blah blah? You know what I'm saying? So it's real talk. Family, occupation, recreation, and mission. So facts. That's real talk, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. So, guys, again, if y'all want to ask any money questions, call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. And don't forget, you can schedule a free consultation with Kaleem and Rashidi at rktrealestate.com, rktrealestate.com.
Real talk. So let me ask y'all. So, if you have you ever had a situation where you're expecting a certain amount of people and it's like less or way more than you even expected?
Oh yeah. Listen, that's the game. That's the other part about event planning. Mm-hmm. Is that it's many times. That's why you got to be consistent. The key about event planning is being consistent and still doing it no matter who shows up. I mean, honestly, we've been doing this over a year now. One of our events was like 8 people that showed up. You know what I mean? But we still did our thing. We still performed the same way we would in them 8 peoples. And guess what? Believe it or not, even with that smaller crowd, almost all those people got a product. You know what I mean? So it was even more impactful. So to your point, Mr. Lucario, absolutely. You'll get events where 2 people will show up. 8, you know what I mean? That type of stuff. So it is a real thing. The key thing is just being consistent and knowing that people are always going to come. Kenny always says, so you got to tell somebody something 7 times before they actually listen.
Real fucking talk. Niggas is hard-headed for real. My nigga. Niggas is hard-headed.
That's the real thing. So when we invite people to these events, to be quite honest with you, like it's just knowing that they're probably not going to show up for the first one. At least the family and friends, they probably not going to show up for the first, the second, third, fourth, and fifth. They're going to show up when you blow up, or the 6th or 7th one is like, I got to show up now. Like, what other excuse you going to make? So you got to treat the events where it's just a mindset. You just got to keep inviting people, even if they don't show up. And when they make their BS excuses, you're going, oh, yeah, I couldn't make it because, my car stopped working, or, I couldn't find a babysitter, and I dropped the fork on the floor, so I couldn't come. You'd be surprised the nonsense people make up. It's like, there's no problem. It's all good. All right, see you at the next one. And when they don't show up at the next one, all right, I'll see you at the next one. You know what I mean? And that's it. Keep it going. Eventually they show up.
Yo. Niggas do be coming up with crazy excuses though. That's a fact.
Do we answer this? Is financing appliances a good idea, and is it good to build credit?
Financing appliances. I mean, it's you can do it. It can build credit. The only problem is most times it's store credit. So it's one of those things where once you pay that off, now you're either forced to get another product or let it close out, which can drop your credit score. But it will build your credit in the meantime while it's active.
Good shit. I want to ask you. So what are the specific things that you do? You guys have like a specific agenda? Yeah, like or specific go-tos that you do to promote. So like you said, like you was out, talking to people, like, or do you like hit up people on social media? Do you tell people to tell a friend? Like, how do you do the promotion to get all the people?
The whole shebang, man. I mean, the reality of the situation, what people don't realize is that these days, unless you're a person that's viral, you gotta put in the legwork. It's not a game. You can't just do basic stuff and marketing on social media. If you're not viral, nobody's paying attention to you. That's the harsh reality people don't realize, because we all desensitized right now. Unless you got 800 streams or 800 views, 1,000 views on every single thing you do, ain't nobody looking at you like that.
Right.
So what we do strategically is we comment on people's pages, we send DM people that we interact with, whether it's family or friends. We let them know, like, hey, listen, we need your support, and then you will benefit from it. We benefit, and we're keeping it real. We benefiting from you showing up, and you're going to benefit because you're going to want our service. So we just keep it a buck with people, like, hey, we need your support. Come out. You know what I mean? I need you to come out. We send out reminder texts, reminder emails, all that type of stuff, letting them know that we need them. We just add a personal touch. That's the key thing. It's a lost art. There's no personal touch no more because everything is social media. If we send somebody a message, we don't sound like AI and just like, hey, how you doing? Come out to my event. Nah. We send real DMs like, oh, listen, I saw you like some of my posts. I'm having an event. I appreciate you come through. I know I'm hitting you out the random, but we need your support, so I think I reached out to you. Keep it a buck. Yes, I'm calling you for a favor. You know what I mean? So we just add that personal touch, and that helps out a lot.
100%.
That's dope. That's dope shit, man.
Keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. That's good advice. Seriously. Keep it real with niggas, bro. Like, keep it real with niggas, bro. A lot of people, niggas be fronting. Like, nah, don't front. What's the fronting for?
Exactly.
Fronting for? Let niggas know, yo, come out to my event. You know what I'm saying? Come out to my event. We got services. We got this. We got that. We're gonna have food. So at the very least, you could get something to eat, nigga.
Exactly. Right.
Keep it all the way real. You know, you might nigga, fuck all that. You might meet a bitch, nigga. We got bitches at our event, like,
right.
and that's why you can't use AI, like, because let's just say you want your little cousin to come out to the event, or maybe your uncle. I'm not telling my uncle, hey man, you really need to think about life insurance, bro. No, I mean, like, yo, come through. It's bitches, bro. Like, come through, my nigga. Like,
it's chicks and food there, bro. Come through.
Yep.
It's chicks and food there. Come through. You know what you doing Saturday night? Nothing. Come through. You know what I'm saying? Now, imagine he come through, not even realizing, but he hear you say something about health insurance, life insurance, whatever, and he's like, oh shit, I should sign up for this shit. And then that's when, you feel me? So, know your audience. When you calling on people, keep it real with them. And then let them find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them realize that you bring value beyond just the drinks and the chicks. You feel me?
Right.
But again, that's what an event is for. It's to like you said, Kayleen, to reinforce the human interaction, but it also puts them in position to hear you. Like, oh shit, like honestly, like, for example, my sister came to our New York event, and because you actually had her cater the event, she volunteered to cater it, shout out to her. And like, she see the shit we do online, but there's always that initial, like, oh, y'all sound like y'all talking bad about women and blah blah blah. I don't want to hear that shit. But with her being in the event and hearing us talk, and hearing us answer questions with the Q&A, and hearing how these guys need a certain level of, like, help with perspective and all these other things, she was like, yo, at the end of it, she was like, yo, like, I had no idea that this is what you actually do. And I was like, yeah.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, niggas wasn't playing for the last fucking 15 years.
Right.
and then so it's finally like, it opened up a light bulb. Everything clicked, like, oh shit, this is a serious business. Like y'all niggas wasn't just playing around on YouTube.
Right, because it gives them perspective, because now if they're at the event, they can see, oh shit, I didn't know this. I didn't know that you guys can do this. I didn't know that. You see what I mean? Because like, when they come to your event and you're telling them about credit and finances and this and this and that, they're like, oh shit, I didn't know that I could do this and make money off the interest, or do this and have my shit in this account, or they didn't know none of that stuff. So now they're like, oh, this is serious. This is actually something that I didn't know. So now that you know what I'm saying? And then that also too, I feel like, makes it even more of a thing where you say, hey, we have another event. Because you could reach out to them and say, hey, you should come again, and we're going to be doing this. And do you have other people that that would benefit off this, and so forth and so on? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly. Because you came to our event, you realized how dope it was. So if you know anybody that would like would need some type of service like that, bring them through. And then it's even better because it's not you trying to market to a stranger, it's them keeping it real with day peoples. Like, yo, y'all should really come to this joint because I went and I learned this, I learned that, and these guys are real deal and blah blah blah. So they're coming off the strength of that word of mouth.
There you go.
So when they show up, and when they show up, it's like it's more valuable that way because you didn't just hit them up out the blue like you trying to beg them something. It was their friend that told them, nah, this is real deal shit. You should come through for real. Right. And then it's so you it's kind of like they kind of talk you up even more.
Right. And also too, I think it's good because since it's an event, when you market it to a person, it's like, hey, like let's say you're doing something like, Friday evening or Saturday evening or whatever. Be like, yo, this weekend come through to here because it's gonna be food, drinks, people. Like if you have a performances, and you get to learn about this shit. So it's almost like you're saying, hey, you can make a date night out of it. Go, get your wife, get your husband. Y'all should come down about. You see what I'm saying? So now it's enticing people to. It's like now they're making a date out of it, and basically that it's the event. So you're making the event the day of we're going to do this and make this happen. You know what I'm saying?
And to your point, Mr. Locario, we don't know the last time. The guy took his girl out on a date, so we could, be helping him out in that type of way, honestly.
Right.
Probably take her out in 2-3 months. So that, you know what I'm saying? Just to get out and do something.
Right. No, that's a fact. That's real shit. That is real shit. And the last thing I want to say real quick too is I like the fact that everything you guys explained showed how much work goes into it. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that a lot of times when people think of events and shit like that, or you throw an event or you're doing this type of work, they think it's just some, oh yeah, we're just gonna do something this weekend, come through and that's that, and then y'all just do the shit and people magically show up and everything is magically like, and that's the thing. It's like, it's like to make shit look this easy, they don't know how hard it took, like how much work it took to make it look easy. That's the key thing that people got to understand. Is so, and I think that's the main thing people got to understand about this is that because when you said 3 months, a lot of people wouldn't have thought of that. They're like, oh shit, you guys doing a lot of events. So it's like they don't realize the amount of work that goes into just having the events. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So for example, Mr. Locario, now because our event is August 24th and we're slightly behind the curve. Now, but just mathematically, we have to do almost double the work as far as the promotion,
right?
To just even out,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
And then the last thing I'll say, for anybody who's thinking about having an events, have an agenda. Whether your group knows the agenda or everybody in the event knows the agenda, have a list of what's actually happening, so everyone knows what's actually going on. So that, for example, what we'll do is something real quick. We'll have a speaker, then we'll have a prize giveaway, and then we'll have a performer.
Raffles is big for events too. Yep,
correct.
Raffles and giveaways is big for events. That's a fact. Correct. And also sometimes parting gifts. Like have people get a bag with sometimes you have a bag with promotional material and things like that, and you can, if you have an event like that, sometimes you can charge people to put stuff in your promotional bags, like they call it swag bags or whatever. Right. So you have a bag, everybody who comes leaves with a bag, and you can charge other companies to sponsor, pens and notepads and, different little things that have the logos or whatever the fuck, like shit like that. So that's another thing. Mac Lives Matter says, I couldn't find the events or consultation on y'all website. Is there a different few ones? All right, hold on 1 second. Because the events is not necessarily on the website, but
the event's not on the website. We're gonna create an event tab just for that though. But no, the event's not on the website. It's just first off, you should be following us on social media. If you follow us on social media, you just saw it. So the first thing is, right now, go ahead and follow us on social media. That's the first thing, because we're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you know what I mean? So if you follow us on any of those platforms, you would see those events. But nonetheless, yeah, we don't have the event tab on the website.
But
the consultation is there though.
The consultation is there. Yeah, the only thing that's on the website right now is the consultation. So if can y'all see that?
Well, you know,
I didn't hit the joint yet. Hold on, my bad. Hold on. All right, do y'all see it now?
Yeah,
right. Here we go.
All right, so see consultation. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so hit consultation. Book your free consultation today, and then here go the calendar. What you talking about is not there. I can't stand lazy niggas who don't read and they come over the chat and be like, oh, it's not there. Take it easy, bro. Take some time to figure it out. How did I find it immediately?
Mm-hmm.
How did I find it immediately? Mac Lives Matter. Like I can't stand when niggas be jumping the gun and trying, and it's the reason why is that on the low it kind of like when you jump the gun like that, it's like you trying to make niggas look unprofessional, bro. Like stop, bro. Like take it easy. It's right there. Financial services and then consultation. Like what was you looking at? Bro? Like stop, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because, you know, that also kind of gets me too, where it's like I have people who will say, yo, you know, this thing isn't, like somebody emailed me and say, hey, this thing isn't working. Then I'll go check it and I'll be like, it is working. You're the only one who's saying it. So it's probably from your end. So now I took all this time, but I get like, okay, I understand, but at the same time, you got to double check your shit. Sometimes I do a live stream and somebody in the chat be like, yo, the volume's not working, but it's really just them. And I'll be like, fuck. Now so shit trying to figure this shit out. I'm like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
See, look, see,
that's
like, you out of here. You out of here.
He's just
out of here. You haven't updated your shit since 1992, nigga. Fuck out of here. You the only nigga. Bro, let me tell you. You know I can't give numbers, but it's a lot of niggas on the fucking masculine identity membership right now for $1, bro. You're the only one. Fuck out of here, bro. Out of here. Stop it, bro. That's what I think. Yo, some niggas, bro. Come on, man. Like, update your shit and come back later, bro. Like, does your life really matter when your shit ain't updated? Like, come on, bro. Stop. Like, your social media footprint don't matter, like, because you're not updated, bro. Update to Mac OS and stop playing, man.
As a fact. So, any last words I want to say on this topic as far as you know, creating events?
Yeah, August 24th, man. Come out to CT. You know what I mean? If you're in New Jersey, on the part. Huh?
Did y'all send me the link?
No, we ain't send you a link.
Oh, okay.
We'll send you a link for next show. But yeah. Okay. Everybody just come out, man. If you in CT, come out. If you in New York, come out. It's right there.
Okay.
In the Bronx, it's like an hour and 10 minutes.
Real talk.
And the consultations are there, but yeah, get the what's the name? When y'all get a chance, get the events tab set up and start posting the links to the Eventbrite and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Mac Lives Matter can get put on as if he's gonna come any fucking way. These be the niggas that be like, oh, it's not working, and then when you finally get it to work, they
be like, oh, I can make it.
I just wanted to bring it to your attention that it wasn't working. That's all. No, but shout out to Mac Lives Matter. Shout out to Mac Lives Matter because your comment got me to go to the website to show everybody where the consultations is. So that's good. No problems.
Right, exactly.
No problems, man. Mac Lives Matter. We love you, bro. No problems. Just stop jumping the gun and acting like niggas ain't got websites that work. You know? Real talk. But yeah, man, that's it, man. That has been a Money Game show, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. So make sure you guys go to rktrealestate.com. We'll holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone. We out.